Hello everybody, welcome to Bass and Bonsai. I just wrapped up a couple different parts. This is going to be part 3. I know, yeah, part 1, 2, 3. I know I'm complicated. You guys like shorter videos, so we're going to make a few shorter videos. This was a star of pretty much part 1 and 2. Will it be part 3? We don't know yet. But we threw topwater bait right off the bat, that John Koo 6-gram whopper plopper. I call it the micro whopper plopper. Then part 2 we threw the jackhammer knockoff, right? $3.50 AliExpress bait, which is pretty much standard size 3/8 half-ounce chatterbaits, and this combo can handle it. So watch that video. This video, we're going to try to find, we're going to keep using this bait, but we're also going to try to find something else working. We're going to give spinnerbaits a shot, and we're going to give our filling combo with our Cast King Zephyr reel. Now I do not recommend this reel. If you already own this reel though, or you can get a deal on a used one, or you just are dead set casting guy, they are good working reels for regular BFS stuff. What I consider like a probably 8 to 10 pound test line. You could go like 6-pound braid if you really want to, or whatever, or 6-pound line, but I consider it as put it on a light to medium light rod, you know, 1/4 ounce down to maybe 4 grams, probably closer to 6-gram bait. You know, for you guys wanting something to, you know, put it on a Dobbin's rod. For those of you just, you know, you're wanting to kind of get away from spinning gear, throw your spinner baits and, you know, your lightweight spinner baits, drop shots, Ned rigs, stuff like that on. It's an alternative, I guess, to the Corrado BFS. I definitely recommend the Corrado BFS over this any day, but for the money, it is hard to beat that for you know, putting it on a light or medium light BFS rod. It's hard to beat the Zephyr and what it'll do. It does work pretty good. So that's what we got on today. We got on the 682 light feeling rod, throwing spinner bait, might throw other baits. We're basically throwing a lot of different stuff. Just trying to get another bass in the boat. So buckle up and hang on. We're throwing all kinds of stuff. I'll probably go ahead and rig up a different crankbait on our other rod. I am going to try to find I'm going to try to find another chatterbait that'll work. We've had no problems with the one from AliExpress, but for some reason our Z-Man stuff I haven't got a hit on yet. But we're going to figure that out. Let's go. I ain't going to lie, part 3 starting out slow. Tried a few different color chatterbaits. I was just trying to get a different one that worked, other, you know, one of the Z-Mans other than this AliExpress knockoff. So, or even the Rapture jig, it doesn't seem to be working, but I only have it in like a couple colors. There's definitely stuff under this boat right out here. But I've tried, you know, the shell cracker, the black and blue, and then just like a crawdad Bayou craw color. Now I'm trying just a good old-fashioned chartreuse and white chatterbait. Because them last few fish I caught, if you know, watch part 2, they were caught pretty, you know, white looking, like they were down deeper. But anytime them bass are coming up white, you know, whitish looking, I like to throw like a white chartreuse colors because it just kind of matches them, right? It's kind of like match the hatch and match the bass, because they are cannibals. I know, even if you swear your bass don't eat other bass, guess what? Sometimes they do. The good old chartreuse and white usually won't let you down. And it didn't today. So, good old Z-Man original, chartreuse and white color, hard to beat. Not trolling motor, since the transducer set so low. Oh, there's one. He missed it. Oh, he got it. I saw him. Oh! Little sucker. What, did he hit at it, or? Because I swore we had him that time. So we got a little bite. Wasn't a big fish. I could see him under it looking at it and came up and hit it. Alright, part 3 is not doing so good. We're kind of switching over to chatterbaits. I went back to the flashback. We're going to try right here. We lost the fish on top water. And since this water is shallow, almost all the way to that point. Oh, I had a little bump. I was looking over at that point. And chatterbaits should be working. I've switched up. Put the flashback back on here. We've got a mini on our Teton 662. We've got kind of like a heavier flashback, which is about as heavy as the mini chatterbait, but it's still in the flashback, I guess, family you'd call it. On our streamer rod, I took the AliExpress jackhammer knockoff, is now on our regular chatterbait rod. So we're going to get out here, working down to that point. I got a little something. I got something. It's not big. Oh, that was a... And I threw top water baits right in this area with nothing. Oh, it's in the trolling. Get over here. 6 pound test. Get in the boat. Need to pick a U. So yeah. Flashback for the win, right? Part 3 starting to look better, boys and girls. Let's go. All right, look at that. Look at that shot. Beautiful largemouth. Let's see if he does jump. You know you're a jumper. You know you're a jumper. You're a mover, shaker. Come on. Nope. Just a splasher. All right, let's go. All right, broke you guys back off of the chesty, back there. Finally was able to come out of the hoodie. It's warm enough, and I'm kind of out of the wind. But we're still on part 3. Part 3 is still, it's kind of sucking compared to part 1 and 2 we were on it. So we're trying to find something that is as good as the topwater bite was earlier, and then the chatterbait bite was for a while. So we're kind of downsizing, just trying different size chatterbaits. So this is probably my favorite little chatterbait. Little Z-Man Micro. You throw away the skirt, find a couple different soft plastics. And I'm finding so far I like that little TRD Bugs. And so we're gonna give it a shot. We've tried a few other things and they just don't seem to not translating as well as that jackhammer knockoff was earlier on the dam on the windy side though. This is the calmer side. So we're gonna continue down this bank. I broke out 2 surprise guests we're going to have. You guys haven't seen either one in a while. It's kind of like Nicolas Cage showed up on the Jimmy Kimmel after like, what, 14, 17 years. Hadn't been on a talk show. Kind of like that. But we need to get a fish to bite this chatterbait. Come on now. I'm watching it at depth finder. We're still in real shallow water. Evidently nothing's moved up to spawn yet. They're just starting to get out here feeding and stuff. Nothing's what I could make out, there's no sign of any bed building, you know, there's no circles anywhere that I can make out. So there we go. They're still just starting to feed right now. That's a nice little chunk. Let me get back out of the way a little bit. Get him. Don't come off. Woo, we got him. Yes, Virginia. That is how you catch largemouth bass. Kiss for luck. Do we need a pick? Yeah, we do. Stay on there. Come on. It's hard to make out. There's almost a line where this grass, or it's not even grass, wherever this, there's a hit right there. Right there where I was. There's this slime coat of whatever that is. There he is. These are fun on this rod and reel combo. They'd probably be a little more fun on the streamer. Not so much even the lightning, or the lightning. Not so much the feeling. Why did I say lightning rod? But those, whee, are a blast on this. The streamer rod would probably be more fun and very capable. But I think the luck we just have into this rod. But before I get out of here with this footage, if you can make it out, it looks like little bubbles. The slimy gunk that's up on the bank, there's like a line of it going right down the bank, and what I was trying to do is cast along it. And I think there's I don't know how many, but there's some fish right along that outside edge of it, almost like you would a normal grass line. So I may try this feeling. I'm getting my rods jumbled up. I may try the streamer and that bait along that line, just because the size we're catching would be more fun on it. See if I get some luck into that combo like I have in this one. Okay, so part 3. Whoa, the wind blew it way off base, but that may still work. Part 3 starting to come around. Probably ought to put an end to it and get to part 4, which I don't even know what it is yet. Let's try that real quick. I'm gonna leave that. That's one good thing about owning too many rod and reel combos. You always got the ability to have a bunch of baits rigged up, right? Now this bait I thought would have worked because it's almost the same color as the grass. You know what I mean? Like match the surroundings. It looks natural to them. So yeah, I'm tempted to get in there and find the bugs that is close. You know, a little close to this color. It may just be these flaps, or it may just be too big and too flappy for what they're wanting. This little rod and reel combo is just as capable as that Teton for this kind of stuff. If I had to call it, I'd say this is definitely a more sensitive rod. Like I can feel the chattering coming through it more than I can with the Teton rod. So what I'll probably do, switch out. I'm going to keep this head, this flashback head, but I think I'm going to rig up a different trailer. I think I'm going to do away with that craw. I think for this water, these bass, they're just not digging that. They're not digging it. Okay, I think I found the perfect little deal here. What I've done, that's a sprayed grass. It's not 100% straight, but that's pretty good. So I think we may be onto something here. It could be the fact, oh boy, what did I got going on there? Let me check my line. That's one thing I haven't checked in a while on all these rods. So let's try that. Sprayed grass, a little bit of flash in the head and the blade. There's something right under this boat. Oh, hang on. I just saw something. Oh man, I did not mean to do that. There was something literally like right under the boat as I was twisting around. And we're in shallow water. Sometimes the bass don't care. Sometimes these bass do not care. When they're in a feeding mode, something gets under there, they want to jump on it. Alright, anyway, let's get back to it. Did not mean to make that loud of a thud. You know, up here hooping and hollering is really not a big deal. Banging stuff off your boat, that is where that sound transfers. Can definitely shut off a bite in that little area you're in. Alright, let's try this. I think this, oh yeah, that looks like a winner. Looks like a wiener. See, when I'm throwing it past those bubbles, it gets gunked up, so that gunky crap is all over in there. So there's like a line of it. I think I should be able to catch it. Oh yeah, come on. You should be able to. They should hit this. Oh yeah, right there should be a bass. Oh, no, he's still on. It's a little speed demon. He's like jumping around. That could even be a little like perch. Oh, that's what it is too. I knew it. A little bluegill. I said perch. Why did I say perch? Look at that pretty little dude. Look at that. That dude's got good colors. Look at that. Now there's a perfect example of what I need to be throwing. I've got a little crankbait. Just real quick. Don't go anywhere. I want you guys to look at these colors. See that? Why this bait I think works so good. Look at that color matchup. This is an awesome little bait. I might throw again today. He's about ready to shake himself loose. Hold still. Oh boy. Do I need a pick? No. Look at that beautiful, beautiful jumper. Well, it worked, but it wasn't a bass. Let's go though. Actually, you know what? I'm going to continue on, but I'm going to put an end to part 3 right here with that, because you guys like the short videos. So I'm going to jump right back to just what I was doing, but you're going to have to go to part 4 to see any more footage. So hopefully you liked the video. We started here. Part 1 was there. Part 2 started there, came over around. Part 3 you just saw. We're coming around here, trying different stuff. Part 4, we're going to get on up in here around into the other end where a lot of the wood and that kind of stuff is. So check out all the videos in this little series of, I don't even know what I'm going to call the total thing. But this is a place that actually has been tough. And the places that were good have been tough so far this season. So I'm like, go to the tough place, maybe it'll be better, right? So we're taking all of our knowledge that we've gotten over the, you know, whole lifetime of fishing, but over this last few seasons of cracking down in on the BFS stuff, right? Getting new stuff, kind of broadening, going in deep, you know, on some of the rabbit holes, but then broadening our areas of, you know, different rods, reels, and all that, instead of just having 1 or 2 BFS reels, right? We're kind of going the whole way. The power BFS, the ultralight BFS, the light BFS, all that kind of stuff. Using all that to try to catch more largemouth bass, but to have more fun doing it is the main thing for me and my BFS stuff. Do away with all spinning stuff, which I did that several years back, but now trying to kind of hone in and fine tune a lot of that different stuff, right? So yeah, that's what part 3 was all about, wasn't it? No, not really. Anyway, stay tuned for part 4. So get out, go bass bonsai, but whatever you do, you guessed it, make sure you have fun doing it. We gone.